Hello and welcome to the Jomez Pro Final 9 kind of slash Sexton Shootout. We're here at New Life Christian Church in Emporia, Kansas. We've got 3 players plus a wild card ready to do battle in some pretty windy conditions. It was a really nice day, but things have gotten much more Kansas-y as of late. So let's meet our players. In first place, shooting at 43, Alex.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey man, full name, where you from?
Alex Ferreira from Plano, Texas, representing Team Shawnee.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, man.
Second place, shooting a 45, was Thomas. Tell him something about yourself.
I'm from Toronto, Canada. Came down to GBO for the past 2 years and really enjoy it. Yeah.
Awesome. Third place, shooting a 46, Jacob.
How you doing? I'm from San Antonio, Texas. Just graduated from KU.
Nice. All right, good luck. And our wild card raffle winner, Chris.
Chris Hall from Oklahoma. It pays to buy raffle tickets.
There you go. All right, we'll see if anybody goes out of bounds. I think I'm going to put pretty high odds on it. All right, hole 1 of our 9-hole layout is a 440-foot crush. Out of bounds on the right, left, and there's a out of bounds driveway that plays kind of as a river. These guys should have no problem clearing it. As you see, Alex here putting a pretty big rip on it, but it's gone to the right, out of bounds. But could the wind push it back? It does. That was great. I thought it was going to be gone, but the wind, you got that late lift, and that's all you really need. Fantastic. He's going to like that spot, too. Tailwind, should have a pretty good layup. Sorry about any wind noise here. We're doing the best we can, but it is starting to rage out here. Here's Thomas. Going with more hyzer. This is going to push considerably left. I think there's some cedar trees there that could get in his way. We will see. Jacob, 3 strokes off the lead coming into this round. He's got a big gust coming in. Keeping it pretty low. If it misses the tree, it's great. Couldn't quite miss it, but he's over the OB, no problem. And let's see what Chris has got. His score did not get him here. He won a raffle, so who knows what he's capable of. He's got an arm. Man, Chris should have shot better, man. I don't know what he's doing with it. He's wasting his skills out there because that was a pretty good shot. He's about 100 feet from the pin. Hopefully going with the overstable putter. The wind has got a hold of that. And yeah, that's going to be a headwind putt, if you might have guessed. Wow, this is pretty incredible. From 400-something feet away, Thomas has found his way into this barn door, which probably wasn't even as open as this when his shot got in there.
Busted through it. Yeah.
Look at it. Look what it's done to the door. He powered right through. Can we get a shot of the disc, or where is it?
It's behind the sign.
It's back there. All right, I think we gotta give him casual relief here.
Where is it?
It's behind the sign. I think we'll give him straight back relief. I mean, he's going to be behind the barn still, but careful in there, Thomas. There's a lot of heavy equipment in there. I'd say play it like right around here. Yeah. He's still got a tough shot. As you can hear, man, the wind is just starting to rage out here. Really was a very nice day up until right about when we got this thing started. The final 9, I mean. Looks like Thomas is going to a driver. This is probably a pretty smart play. He's going to use that lanky frame to kind of try to get out around where he can see the basket. Going to use a little bit of a putt, but with the driver, he has a better chance of fighting that wind. Very well done. All right, we're looking at Alex here, lining up a jump putt. 40-mile-an-hour tailwind. This thing will not fly hardly at all. It'll just be slammed straight into the ground. Hopefully he throws it really high. There you see the wind drop it, but really well done. He put good snap on it. He's going to be happy with that. Easy 3. All right. Here's Jacob with his par look. This would be the greatest putt I've ever seen in person if he were to make this somehow. Well done. Not a lot more you can do there. And look at Chris. Who would have thought the wild card with the big drive on the longest hole on the course? He comes out and just crushes one up here and plays a smart layup even though his score doesn't matter at all. Chris cannot win or lose here. He's just out here for fun. Could have wowed the crowd there, but decided to just pitch up a layup playing smart golf, I guess. Thomas makes 3 after the relief from the barn. That was really a crazy shot. I'm surprised we even really found that. I mean, behind a sign in a small barn. Luckily, we had a lot of gallery out here to help us. Alex makes good for his par. Chris will take par, and Jacob will lose a stroke to the card with the under the leg 4. Wow. Oh, but the mini pickup kind of botches it. All right. Alex getting ready here. He's looking at a hyzer, and this is going to lift like crazy. We'll see if he can throw it wide enough. The semi-trucks on the freeway are in a real danger zone right now. Nice and wide. It looks like maybe he went with a mid-range. I like that play. And he has stayed in bounds. Great shot. Thomas going to fight the wind with the overstable forehand. As long as this has hyzer angle, it should get dropped pretty quickly by the wind. Very well done. Flare skip right to the pin. He's got a tap in. Great shot. Here comes Chris. And Chris has gone a little too straight with this, perhaps. Heading right towards the commentary position. And that's going to be out of bounds pretty early. I think he's going to be virtually reteeing. I mean, he may get to move up just a matter of 50, 60 feet. Jacob with the forehand. Can the fence stop him? Oh, yes. He's still in bounds. No problem. Chris marks his lie here. He's got about, I would say, 180 feet left to the pin. Still a pretty tall order. A lot of out of bounds to deal with. He's going forehand. He's kind of juiced this. Oh, and he catches the barbed wire to stay safe, I believe. Very nice. First Jacob from probably 45 feet. Oh, and he's dealing with some serious gusts here. Wow, that was a great effort. Up next is Alex from a very similar position, playing with a 2-shot lead. Makes a decent effort, not trying to go too crazy. Glad to see we got a little gallery sticking around, even though the weather has turned for the worse. It's nice of them to stay around and kind of support these guys, try to see a little exciting action. So many events in town with the GBO. Really a fantastic event. Fun place to come. If you've never been, I would definitely recommend it. Here's Chris. And that was for bogey, just a little low. He'll have to settle for a double. And Alex is looking good to take a stroke here. Close the gap to just one. Or not Alex, Thomas. Close the gap on Alex. Thomas for birdie. And that will, wow, look at it just blow around in the basket. But really well done. Closing it to just one stroke. Jacob in for par. Alex makes par, and Chris will clean up his double bogey 5. Alex is looking at a forehand. We got a downhill double Mando shot between some trees, probably in that 250 range. Forehand makes it through the gap nicely, right past the pin, and he's got a nice little 18-footer left. Great shot. There's out of bounds all around the pin here, though it's a little bit more generous than the last hole. Here is Alex looking at a backhand line. This looks like it should be able to get back in bounds, and it does, but he's left himself about edge of the circle, maybe 10 meters to the pin. Jacob also with the backhand, and that flipped over right out of his hand. Stop before the fence. Yes, it does. He made the Mando, but he went out of bounds pretty early. Here's Chris looking at the forehand line. Gonna go with the standstill. Looks to have been a pretty good decision. I think this is gonna be one of the best drives. Oh, not much of a skip, but he's left himself about 25 feet. Here's Jacob. He's got about 150 feet left downhill. Nothing really in the way. Just gonna have to get the right wind read, try to keep the disc down low enough. Nicely done. Looking at Alex here from edge of the circle, right to left wind. A little bit of a lull in the wind compared to some of the stuff we've felt lately. We'll see if he can put enough snap on this putt. Oh, we had enough snap. Good line, good effort. Here's Chris going straight into the wind for his birdie. Just a bit low. And now we've got Thomas trying to tie the score. Wow, back-to-back solo birdies. Really making moves here in the wind. Jacob in for 4. Chris and Alex going to be looking at par. All right, hole 4, kind of a little shorter shot, but there are some trees here in the way. Looks like Alex has found his trusty disc. He's going back to this blue disc he likes to forehand. And look out, he's right in the zone again. He's on just 20 feet away. He's proven he can putt in the wind. Pressure really on Alex now after losing a stroke on back-to-back holes. His lead is gone. It's now a tie. Let's see what he does here. Nice flat putter shot, but it had enough speed. It got over that green grass at least, got a little bit of a slide. He's going to have to putt first, but he's in the circle for sure. Chris going back to that standstill forehand. Oh no, clips a branch. Falls down short. He's not liking that. And here's Jacob's forehand. Gonna skip big, go right to the basket. Beautiful shot. He's gonna have just 4 feet left. It's gonna be a pretty tricky spot for Chris. I'm hoping he can kind of put a run on the basket. He's got the bright lights on him. His score inconsequential, big crowd. I don't know if he has the room to get enough height on it, but he does make a good bid. Tough in that tailwind, just dropping it quick. I like the idea. Alex has got a serious look on his face, folks. He knows that this lead could really slip away quick if he misses any more putts, so I think he's going to focus up here. He shot a 43 to qualify, so obviously the guy's got a ton of game. Oh, a little high. Can't fault him there. With the raging tailwind, you got to put it firm. And looks like Thomas has got a chance to take the lead here. I wonder if Thomas's decision to not pack a jacket might hurt him eventually with as cold as it's starting to get. Maybe it hurts him right now. Just a little bit low, quick punch to the tree. Looks like he won't gain that stroke just yet. Thomas taps out for 3. Alex will take a 3. Jacob with the easy 2. Nice recovery. Chris takes 3. Hole 5, we've got Jacob on the tee. It's a little bit of it's a straight shot, straight little touch shot, which can be very, very difficult in windy conditions. They're going over a little pond. I don't expect it'll play much of a hazard for him. Jacob going overstable putter, a little long, making Michael dance. That's going to be a tough comebacker. Here's Thomas. Looks like he's also going backhand. Just again want to thank New Life Christian Church for having us out. They've squeezed a nice little course here into probably no more than 8 or 9 acres. 2 sets of tees per hole. So you see Thomas a little bit left. I believe he is inbounds. He'll have a putt, but it will be a tricky one because this basket is elevated and he's going straight into the headwind. Here's Alex. This could be pretty good. Or it could be OB. He doesn't get the skip. I thought he might have enough speed to carry it and get right to the pin, but he's going to be OB, and he's going to have to play from at least 125 feet short. Chris just unleashing a shot here, going full crush. He has turned it over into a maintenance shed. Not what he was looking for, but he's in bounds. Can't fault him for trying to wow the crowd. I like to see that from Chris. So Alex is in big trouble here. Alex taking his meter. He doesn't have a gimme from here either, and we know he probably just threw his most overstable putter, so we'll see what he's got left. Hopefully he's got 2 of whatever that was, because this is going to be a similar feeling shot, just a little bit shorter. He's put a pretty good move on it. Yeah, that's parked. Great recovery. Chris just kind of cruised over to his lie. He was so far off the fairway that he wasn't even in Alex's way by walking up. So he's already ready to shoot, and he's parked it. Maybe that's the play. Maybe you just throw a big turnover, way to the right, and then chip it up. All right, we've got Jacob from edge of the circle here, putting towards the OB. See how aggressive he thinks about getting. It looks like he's trying to put a run on this. Great putt. That's the best putt we've seen today, easily. Awesome birdie. Here's Thomas from down in the Cedars for the 2-stroke lead if he could make this putt. Takes a good bit at it, a little bit of a roll. That's going to be a similar distance to the putt he missed on the last hole. But he should be able to convert this time, I think, and take a 1-stroke lead. Thomas is in. Nicely done. Alex makes 4. Easy 3 for Chris. Here we are, hole 6. Nice little stand of oaks down here at the end of the property. Adds a little character to the course. This is a 175-foot hole, but plenty of trees in the way. Jacob going for a little turnover putter, and he looks like he's just nailed it. A little bit hot coming in. Probably a 30-footer left. Really nicely thrown, right through the middle of the gap. Thomas going to go forehand here. See if he takes a little bit wider line. I think that is what he's lining up. Oh, big hyzer. Catches some trees. Probably drops 40 feet short. Chris taking the forehand, maybe up the middle here. Absolutely up the middle. And that's the closest drive so far, probably 20 to 25 feet away. And now Alex, after taking that bogey last hole, it'd feel good to just get a park job here. Put some of the pressure back on Thomas. Looks like he's found himself a hyzer route. Can he skip through? No. Takes a skip but hits an early tree. He's going to be 60 feet away. Alex lining it up from 60. Pretty clean look to the basket. A little bit high. Catches a tree. He's still got a tester left. I believe it's going to be Thomas next. Thomas with an absolutely perfect slow-mez opportunity here. This is just how you draw it up when you're looking for one. Jonathan crouched in slow-mez position. Thomas loading the cannon. Wow, just high. That was a guaranteed slow-mez if he was able to hit that. Good effort, though. He knows it. Thomas knows it. He knows that was a real chance. Here is Jacob for back-to-back birdies. No, actually, this is for a turkey, I believe. Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Look at him go. He's getting back in this thing. Alex to save par. Ooh, just slots it in. Well done. And Chris, dead center. Nice putt. Thomas tapping out for par. Maintains the one-shot lead. All right, here's Jacob on hole 7. One of the nicer holes on the course, I think. A nice little woods tunnel, low ceiling finish. You're going to want to see a slight hyzer just to kind of stand up as it flies. This is a little bit yanked. Can it get lucky? No, it's stuck in a tree. Not loving it. Here is Chris. Also a little bit wide. Catches those cedars. 40 feet short, I would say. Gonna want to keep it a little bit more down the middle, right over Jonathan. That can be scary sometimes, though. You know, you don't want to hit the guy. It's probably an expensive camera, too. And taking the backdoor route, finding the green, probably 25 long for Thomas. He's going to have one tree in the way. He'll have to probably straddle putt. Here is Alex. And he's also taking the wide route. They know something I don't. I thought it was going to be more of an up-the-middle play, but he does catch a late tree, and he's rolling back to about 35. Jacob marking his disc just below where it is in the tree. We're not playing any 2-meter penalty here, so he's still putting for birdie. He's going to let Chris go first, make Jerry run a little bit. It's good for him. Chris with a little bit of an uphill putt. Wind kind of gusted on him right as he let it go. Back-to-back good putts for Jacob. This is a whole nother level of difficulty compared to what he's just done, but let's see if he can keep it rolling. Good clean spin on the disc. You can tell this guy's played some Kansas rounds. You know, he's got that smooth delivery that's going to work well in heavy wind. This is a big putt for Alex. Running out of holes. Thomas is again closer than him. It would be nice to hit one of these. Oh, just misses it, but at least he catches the backstop. No stress on the comebacker. Thomas with another chance to open up a 2-stroke lead. He's not been able to do it just yet. Going to a knee. Got a little bit of a downhill putt. Looks like he can get himself a pretty open look from about 25 feet. Wow, great delivery. Just drills the putt to go up 2 with 2 to play. Alex in for his par. Oh, wow, under the leg, beautifully done. And that's probably the loudest claps we've heard all day. Incredible shot from Chris. 2-footer under the leg. Hole 8. Big hyzer. It's a blind shot around the building. Probably 325, 330. Thomas ripping it. Oh, that was looking so good. Ghost branch, and look at this roll. Oh, it stays in bounds. Luckily, that if that had gone any farther, he would have gone down towards the lake from hole 5. But he is in bounds. Should be a pretty easy 3. Jacob with the higher hyzer. Hits a tree. Fights through it. 45 feet. And Chris, first available, really. Not liking that. He's a little wide, and he was not as fortunate as Jacob. Did not bust through the tree, straight down to the ground, 150 feet short. And here is Alex. If he can get under these branches, take a skip. Oh, it kind of reverse skips, but still he has the closest drive opportunity. Alex will not be birdieing this hole. Or Thomas will not be birdieing this hole. Sorry for messing up the names occasionally. Alex is looking pretty good here, probably 30 to 35 feet. If the wind gets down for a second, I think he's got a great chance to make it. It's getting exciting. We got a crazy finishing hole coming up too. Just a little bit of foreshadowing. Watch out. The 9th hole is easily the most difficult we're going to play. Chris goes with the standstill, pulls it a little bit right. He's probably 40 feet away. Thomas trying to find his lie here in this grass. Looks like he's thinking about stepping out and doing a little backhand. Maybe going to a P2. Overstable C-line P2. He's going to need a lot of wrist action here. Get the rotations high. And he does that. Pretty well done. No, not a lot of wobble. Right up to the pin. And Jacob lining up with calls for a slow miss coming from the gallery. These guys know what's at stake here when these big putts, when they step into these big putts and Jonathan's back there in that crouched position. Here he goes. Oh, man. Right at the camera. Could be a cool shot, but I don't know if they're going to bother slowing that one down, as it did miss the chains by 3 to 4 feet. Here is Chris. Looks like he's got a bit of a low ceiling into the headwind from 40 to 45. Wow, there it is, folks. He got what he paid for. What the raffle win and easily the biggest putt of the day. Great par save. All right, this is what it comes down to. Alex with a huge pressure putt here to close to 1. Oh, good power, but too low. Jacob's got a pretty big comebacker here after that whiff. The treat of maybe getting a slow mez. Oh, but he nails it. That was well done. Another botched mini pickup, but he's going to strut up there anyway. Finger guns. No problem. Par saved by Thomas and Alex. Bit of a disappointing par for him, I'm sure, given the position he's in. He would have loved to hit that putt. We're moving on to easily the toughest hole on the course. Hole number 9, uphill, nearly 400 feet. Out of bounds everywhere, huge wind. It would not be surprising at all to see a 5 or 6 on this hole if any of these guys let their drives get away from them. Okay, final hole, hole 9. I would say all Thomas really needs here is an inbounds drive. If he can be inbounds up the fairway at all, and he knows it, he's going with the turnover, but it doesn't look good. I think he might have kicked back in. He hits out of bounds territory, but he kicks in. He should be fine. I think he's going to be able to secure the win from there. We will see. Maybe Alex can put some pressure on him with a big shot. I think the huge forehand is a great play here, but it really is huge. This is uphill at least 375 feet. Jacob gives it all he's got. A little bit of Annie, and he's hit a tree, but he's inbounds. Now we've got Chris coming off of a huge Jomez putt, but he can't really follow it up. He's out of bounds pretty early there. Bit of a grip lock out of the hand. And this is last gasps for Alex, coming in with the lead. See if he can go big power here, maybe get up on the green. That would be pretty impressive in these conditions. He's going with an Annie. It's got distance, but I think it might be tracking OB, and it is OB, and that should pretty much seal the deal for Thomas. Well played final, really clawing his way back, staying in bounds, making his putts. Thankfully for that blue disc, whatever it is that he's throwing forehands, he's collecting checks with that thing. All right, we've got Chris still probably nearly 300 feet from the basket going uphill. It's a long way, and he's got a lot of out of bounds still to navigate, plus a lot of trees in the way. He's going with the backhand. Big Annie. There's no hope for this shot. It's stalled out quite early. He's out OB again, but I like the effort there, trying to go big, trying to wow the crowd. Nothing wrong with that. All right, we've got Jacob. He's been playing very well. Also a little bit of a rough start, but he's redeemed himself with some solid windy putts. Nice drives. He hit the tree early here, but he's got a pretty straight shot up to the pin. It's going to take some commitment, though. It is uphill in a tailwind, so you really have to throw that shot pretty firm to get it to go as far as you'd like. Oh, no. Right off the tree. Down, inbounds again, but he's not making a lot of progress on this hole. He's going tree to tree. All right. It's Thomas's time now. All he needs to do here is just chip it up from about 125. With Alex already OB, not a lot of pressure on him. Looks like he's gone overstable mid-range, absolutely parked. Maybe a big germ mortar. We'll shout out the guy. A nice disc and a nice shot. He's got to tap in for the win. Here's Chris. After double OB, he's got his fifth shot queued up here. I'm gonna slip you a little tip, Chris. When you're doing those standstill putters, don't turn your head away from your target. Keep your eye on your target, man. You're not going that far. I think it's causing you to spray those shots. This is just between me and you. Jacob up to the pin. Nicely done. About 10 feet left for his 4. And here's Alex after the OB drive. Looking to get close, tap in a 4. Fun experience for these guys and for all of us, really, to watch these guys come out here, see how they play in front of the cameras. Great shot, hits the lock. He's got an absolute dunk to finish it out. Always a good feeling on the last hole. You want to leave with some positive momentum, not doink a putt right before you're going home to sleep on it. But these guys are, I think, having a great time. The gallery's having fun. Really happy to be out here and be able to do this event in Emporia. Big thank you to all the staff of the GBO and to New Life Christian Church as well for having us. It's been a great day. Here we go, the last putt of any significance we're going to see today. It's Chris, 4-6. We told you this hole was a bruiser. And he drills it. Nicely done. He's got a strong following. Chris is a fan favorite here. Jacob, nicely done. Taps in his 4. And as is protocol, Alex going to go up and get out of Thomas's way. Let him celebrate the moment. He's got himself a 4. Well played. It's over. And Thomas for the championship. Jomez Pro Final 9 winner, immortalized on YouTube. Wonderfully done. Great win. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks to these guys for coming out, supporting the event, and putting on a good show. Thanks to the Jomez crew filming again. What do you think? It was a good
Yeah, thanks guys everyone for coming out and doing the first ever Sexton Shootout Jomez Pro Final 9. So we had a great time, and everyone be sure to let us know what you think and subscribe.
See you for the next one.